Welcome back to Seen It Before, where we're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan. It's been a while.
It's been a while. We're in a new set.
New set. And this will be our staple place going into next season, because this is our finale for this season.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's been a while. I can't... I got nothing.
Yeah, no, I've just been building this thing the whole time. I got sick. Got an ear infection currently.
You always got an ear infection.
Christmas happened. I do always have an ear infection. Yeah, so it's all just, you know.
It's been a time.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is our roundup episode that we do every year. And, yeah, so we have 5 movies and a TV show to talk about. So...
And the top 10s at the end.
And our top 10 movies of the year.
I'm excited for that one.
I am also excited, but we'll save that for the end. But before then, let's get to it.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
So, in the year 2023, there have been some movies and TV shows that we wanted to talk about, just haven't gotten to it. And starting off our list, a little Star Wars show came out called Ahsoka.
It wasn't Andor, thank God.
Anyway, Ahsoka happened.
Yes, so Ahsoka, this was my final straw for Star Wars, honestly.
Mine too.
And, okay. The first two and a half episodes, we was like, all right, come on, keep doing stuff. Then they bring out the boy.
They brought out the boy.
The end of episode 3, they bring out
the
chosen one.
It was...
It was so well done. He looked so good. Mm-hmm. And then episode 4 happened. We got more of him. We're like, oh my God.
Oh shit.
We got a whole episode of him. And then episode 5 as well.
And then what happened next? Fucking nothing. Nothing of importance happened.
Okay, well, we get Thrawn. We got Thrawn back, which was cool.
Yes.
And the same guy, Lars Mikkelsen, as...
No, yeah, so it's like,
the
thing, everybody who's involved, like, I'm not, like, upset that they're here. Like, I love Lars Mikkelsen. I love Rosario Dawson, obviously, and, I called him Anakin. Hayden Christensen. Love him. Even the girl who played Sabine, like, she did a really good job translating from the animated.
Job. Yeah.
It's just... The thing is, though, what are we doing here? We had 8 episodes of... Basically,
you can't forget the GOAT, Ray Stevenson, though, as well.
Oh, Ray Stevenson, yeah.
Cannot forget that. That was a great final role for him. And, well,
it was sad watching it because, like, he, when I found out right before he did the show, or the show came out.
I think it was like a month before the show dropped.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Which, he was one of the best parts, but,
Too bad I heard they're going to try to bring him back in, like, an animated form. Made like a younger version of him, like a Tales of the Jedi type thing. That'd be cool to see.
I'd like to see his backstory because that's a really good potential for a backstory.
Yeah, me too.
The thing is, though, like it kind of seems like the thing with Star Wars, like they always tease us with like things that are so interesting, and not necessarily just Star Wars. This happens across a lot of other media and stuff. Why can't we just get the cool thing that they mention that happened before? Why can't we just get that? Because you can't
get instant gratification, Danny.
Well, like, why, if you had this really cool backstory and nothing that in the present that you're currently showing us, why not just do the backstory? You know what I mean? Like, who wants a stupid Cursed Child or Harry Potter movie? Or who wants a reboot of the movies we already saw? Why aren't we working on the Marauders? Why aren't we doing Ray Stevenson's backstory, Baylan Skoll?
There's a whole world, and they kind of go back to the same characters. Yes, there's that whole problem that every franchise has.
Like, Dave Filoni can't let go of his MC. Just let her go.
I know.
So yeah, but ultimately, Ahsoka, like, I was very excited leading up to it. Got a little apathetic. Hayden Christensen came back. And then after that, it's just
it remained at a constant, I'd say, for the final few episodes. It was like at the same level.
It was just so it wasn't like awful, and it wasn't great. Obviously,
I'm just confused as to where the hell they're gonna go now, because
I don't know. Well, I told you this is the last straw. I don't care anymore.
I know. Well, except I do, though, because this show brought it back for me. Like, this is
so going into it, you were apathetic.
I was apathetic, and now I'm the opposite. I'm like, okay. It's got my attention again, because we get the Acolyte this year. We get Skeleton Crew. We get another Tales of the Jedi and something else. I can't remember. Bad Batch season, whatever.
Yeah, so we'll get like 2 good episodes in that.
The 12.
Skeleton Crew could be a wild card.
I only like that because
it's
John Watts is involved with that. So, and
I mean, like No Way Home was good.
he did all 3 of the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, but those Spider-Man movies, like the MCU Spider-Man movies, don't really feel like.
I get that because it's not your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, like I get like you have to do big stories in these movies.
Yeah.
But like Spider-Man just isn't in. He's just not that. He's your friendly neighbor. He's doing crime.
He's doing crime.
Level. He's doing all the crimes. he's taking care of stuff down at the city level, and like we don't actually get to. We never got to see him do New York City stuff in those movies.
Yeah, no, I feel like he would definitely fit in with like him and a Daredevil storyline, which would be cool.
That would be good. Yeah. Yeah, but like this Ahsoka show, like because it didn't give me anything other than just here's Hayden Christensen again. He's great, and I'm glad that he's getting the recognition he deserves. But that's not enough.
He wants to act again, which is also good.
I would love to see him in other projects.
Me too. He's got much more to offer than Anakin Skywalker.
He's just that guy. Didn't he work on like a farm for like 20 years or something?
I mean, yeah, he went back home.
He just which probably good on him.
Like the limelight. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so humble.
He knew what he wanted.
Yeah, humble dude.
Yes.
But yeah, so like, and Sabine getting stabbed in the first episode. Oh, she survives though, because tell that to Qui-Gon. And then
I was really hoping we got a Kanan, reference, some kind of Kanan reference in the show.
Oh, we didn't? I thought it was.
I mean, we saw a picture on Hera's like desk or whatever. I think it was like just like a cropped out picture of Freddie Prinze Jr., which is hilarious. But
so he's like the live action.
he played Kanan.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like, but they're taking him like that'd be cool. Jinx, you want me to kill him?
Okay.
Lars Mikkelsen, I think, did a good job portraying Thrawn. He had a good air to him, obviously, but the writing just wasn't there for me. I mean, this is supposed to be the most like brutal tactician in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, and this is supposed to lead into Mandalorian season 4/movie, whatever the fuck they're gonna make it.
Yeah, right.
But Mandalorian kind of ended pretty well in season 3 for his story.
Mando story.
Just let his story be.
Oh yeah,
he's good. You got your use out of him.
Yeah,
but
is it really the Mandalorian then?
I mean,
I know that like it's technically just the race of a people, but like, come on, he is called Mando. I named my cat after that character. Mm-hmm. Like, he was so cool. Yes. And then, so
your cat isn't cool anymore.
My cat is Mr. Piss now because he pisses every fucking where. Like, he pissed on my bed. We got the new bed, and he pissed on it 3 times in like a week. Yeah, I hated him for a while.
I don't know. It's up in the air with where Star Wars is going. We're not going to get the resolution to this for another like 2-3 years probably. So,
yeah. And the interesting parts that I was kind of on the hook for, the actor is dead.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah. But they also are trying to widen the universe, with the Acolyte is going to take place in a different timeline or different.
Yeah, at least it's High Republic stuff. So we'll see what they can do. I'm hearing that at least from Sean, and this is because Sean he likes big blowy uppy things and not a lot of substance. So I'm not sure, but he says it's great High Republic stuff. So I don't know.
All right. Well, I think we've come to the end of our Ahsoka talk. What do you give this show quickly? Just like out of 100, what do you give this show?
I give it a lukewarm 62.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah, man. It wasn't.
I mean, I was gonna give it like a 77, but like, geez, that's a little bitter there, eh?
I don't know. I'm trying to go counteract my Phantom Menacing in the past.
You're menacing.
Where I overestimate but like, come on, like, I'm not gonna go back to this.
All right.
I don't think it's overall amazing. It's good. It's serviceable.
Yeah.
It's 3 stars.
I mean, that's where I put it as well. Yeah. It's probably like 3.5. So
68. I'll give it a 68.
You don't need to change your answer. Okay. Anyway, so we are moving on to our next movie, which is I Like You. Talk to me. So
that's what I'm doing right now. Fuck.
All right. This movie, we saw the trailer come out for early summer. It was like, this looks interesting, but like And then the whole A24 hand thing they did with the logo, that was cool.
Yeah, it's like that gotta hurt.
I was like,
'cause
ooh, all right.
it's all the fingers.
But yeah, the YouTubers. Oh God, what's their name?
I know one of them is named Danny, because that's my name, Danny
Yeah,
Filippo.
I forget what their YouTube channel is called. That's what I was trying to think of. But anyway,
Raka Raka.
Raka. These YouTubers, yeah, they literally made a movie, and
Good on
A24 being the great company they are / were.
Well, yeah, we'll see how that pans out later.
We'll see how that pans out. But yeah, A24 with another banger. Talk to Me. A great actress, Sophia Wilde, picking her to be the main character. She was fantastic in the movie.
Yeah, apparently the whole cast is kind of like a who's who of like Australian soap opera people.
Well, yeah, but then there's also like that girl from Lord of the Rings as well, the mother.
Yeah, Eowyn.
Eowyn, yeah. She was in it. She was pretty good.
She was fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, if my friend's mom talked like this, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I would be over there every day.
Yeah. I mean, so the story is about, this girl's mother died and she found comfort in babysitting, I guess. Or she got a strange, like,
She's
not really
weirdly
strange.
into like her friend's little brother.
Her friend's little brother. Yeah. Like she found comfort in him, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just kind of latched on to that kid. And oh God, there's that one scene that still sticks out in my mind with the kid just bashing his head against the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that
and then
was
he's like, it was also one.
visceral.
Are you talking about the one in the shower?
Yeah.
And he's like smiling, like,
Oh.
yeah. That kid's he's going places.
Oh.
But yeah, so
I
like,
don't know if that was direction though, or if that was just a kid, because like it was either way,
it was real good.
really well done.
Yeah. But the fact that like this movie was like as good as it was, considering its debut filmmakers, and they're from YouTube, so they're
They've been
kind of
doing YouTube for a
homegrown.
long time.
They're it's written well. It's like I think I gave it like a 3.5 on Letterboxd because it's good. It's not like revolutionary by any means, but
great debut.
Yeah, great debut. But yeah, Sophia Wilde's great. The whole premise is that
The seance thing. So
they have this mannequin hand where if you shake hands with
you
it,
can't have it on for more than 90 seconds. I'm pretty sure you can't like hold on to it for more than 90 seconds,
Right.
or
you can like
they'll
communicate
come for
with
you,
the
or
dead. They'll try to take over your soul, which is standard kind of possession stuff. And but yeah, the reason I like that they looked at it as in the frame of a party drug, like this, like contacting the dead is like it's a fun activity to do at a party, which that's never really been done before from what I can remember. And they also gave her a good reason to go back because she can maybe talk to her mom that recently died. Mm-hmm. And it gets a little muddled with like, she doesn't like her dad, and then she kind of make amends with him, but then it's not me, and the ghosts make it look like it's not him, and she kills him. Yeah. It's a kind of weird thing going on there, but it's very good for kids just considering where it came from.
It's got like, it seems like it was kind of like, I don't know, directly influenced by Smile, or if that's just the way horror is trending right now. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that movie.
Yeah.
In certain aspects of it.
I do say that, maybe it's the A24 effect, but this one definitely felt like it had more prestige going in. I thought Smile was going to be another,
it won a lot of festivals, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It came out in 2022, technically. That's when it debuted.
Okay,
so, if you look at Letterboxd, it's a 2022 movie, not 2023, which is kind of funny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Ron was actually telling me that he was having trouble, like, because he sees stuff at festivals.
Yeah.
So he's like, should I put this in my list of the like the current year, or is it because it's technically last year? What do we do?
Well, now you know.
Yeah, now in the morning, yeah. But yeah, like, so Talk to Me, very, very good. I'm very interested to see what these guys do next.
There is a prequel already shot, apparently. That's what they've said in interviews, and it had to do with that opening scene at that party. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Docket.
Yeah.
What is his name? Docket or something?
I don't remember, but like apparently
Docket.
It had something to do with that. So maybe that's the prequel. Who knows?
Or Duckett. I think his name's Duckett. I'm not sure if that's an
I don't know what the
Australian
name
name.
was,
I'm just like, what? But yeah, the way they shot that was really brutal. I didn't know he survived. Like, that was interesting. Yeah. Also, I do got to highlight the I guess the two like troublemaker friends that were kind of getting what's her name? I think her name's Lily in the movie or something. The main girl, they're getting her into it. I really liked them. especially the girl.
Oh yeah, they were cool.
She was like,
they
you
were
know,
really
it's
cool.
like fuck you on, you know, like so like it just felt so real as
Natural.
like teenager, like
Yeah.
that's it.
Or
you know?
like in college, it felt like
yeah, it felt real, like real people. And so that's just great,
the
you know.
better thing about it. So,
But yeah, very good.
good movie.
Lots
I
of
gave
weird
this one
sucking
like a-
toes scene.
Oh,
You remember that
I
scene?
forgot about that until you just brought that
Dude,
up.
his whole foot was in her mouth.
Well, besides that scene, I give it a solid 84. It was a really good debut.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah, I agree with the 84. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure,
fuck it.
why not? All right. Now to the exact opposite end of the spectrum with horror movies. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Zero. Hard zero. Oh my God, this movie sucks.
This movie, Josh Hutcherson, I like him as an actor, but all the reviews going into this movie said this movie does the lore proud. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't really know the lore. Am I going to like the movie? The answer is no.
I get, yeah. it's accurate to parts of the lore.
Yeah, because Sepp was a big into it, right?
Yeah, apparently, like she made me watch these like 3 hour long Wendigoon videos. I'm not sure if you know who he is.
I do not.
He's this
I thought
guy.
you were saying
He does.
Wendigo.
He does these like fucking 5 hour long videos explaining like iceberg videos. You know, he really get really in depth and really informative and stuff. But I watched this one all about the Five Nights at Freddy's, timeline, and it's very interesting. And the way the games do it, they make it like it's actually more fun to just play the games in order because it's all over the place, and you can like discover clues and like kind of piece everything together. So a lot of that is in the. Like I don't know. Sepp says it's more like book lore, and I guess book lore and video game lore are different. So I don't know.
Bro, I
It's like-
don't into the video games, so
Like I guess it's so they get to the same points. Like spoilers, but Matthew Lillard, William Afton, he does turn into Springtrap, and he gets kind of caught by the springs in like the wearing the suit and everything.
he'll be back.
That's his thing though. But it happens in a very different way, in a way better way in the games. But that's just backstory. So this would have been a great opportunity to actually see that happen, and they just didn't, which is very unfortunate. So,
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they do a sequel to this movie, it should be a prequel.
yeah,
They have to.
I'd love to see like the original murders of the kids, or like because you don't know anything of probably what the Bite of 87 is or Bite of 82 or something.
really,
There's
no.
2 bites. I know that.
Okay.
But like it's a whole tragic backstory with his family and everything. You just don't get that, And like I don't remember, no, because none of his daughter. Like, he has 3 kids and none of them survive, and so the police they just pointlessly changed to have this police officer be his daughter.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Well,
but the actual story with Josh Hutcherson, what the fuck is going on with that?
His brother went missing, and there's these flashbacks, and I'm just like,
Right.
I don't care.
So-
Why am I supposed to care? He can't sleep.
I think it's an interesting thing where like he wants to
Yeah.
train his subconscious to remember details.
Yes.
That's an interesting but like the reason that the way that it relates to the rest of the story with like the animatronic robots, so you find out that like Afton kidnapped his brother in the middle of a campsite, miles and miles away from the restaurant where he killed the other 5 kids. Why? Why would he go to this campsite, kidnap this random kid? Like there's no pattern to it. So like that's stupid.
Well, I mean, maybe that's the point. There's no pattern to it. Maybe there isn't supposed to be a pattern to it.
Well, there's a pattern. He killed the other 5 kids in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Because they were just there.
Yeah, maybe he saw the kid when he was at the restaurant, and they followed him.
Maybe he's like, oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna
I don't know.
kill him. Maybe.
It's very vague. It's very vague. Very.
They just don't explain it, and
Yeah.
the whole. I think Josh Hutcherson's old enough to be a dad, right? So I thought it was weird,
Not.
like a very young dad, but
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
he's in his early 30s, I think now. So yeah.
He could, I think he could pass for, I just thought it was weird that we're just seeing like this super older brother, and it's like, and they don't go into like if I was like a screenwriter, they didn't go into like the points where I thought I would hit on, where like, okay, so it was just Josh Hutcherson and his little brother, at the campsite.
Yeah.
Then little brother goes missing, right? And then now he's got a little sister. Wouldn't there be some sort of like, negative feeling attached with this little girl? Is like, I'm just the replacement kid.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't she have some sort of like messed up thing with that?
Yeah.
I would go into more of that and relate that to how she feels more lonely and she relates to these kids that are in the animatronics, and then also the tones went way back and forth, way too much. So I'm thinking, am I supposed to take this seriously? Or
I
not?
really only watched like the first half of the movie. I did watch the full movie, but I think I fell asleep on it, and I did not want to go back to it. So I was like,
good on you, man.
Yeah, all right.
It doesn't get much better.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Although Matthew Lillard does do the knife cleaning thing from Scream, I thought that was a really cool Easter egg.
That's cool. Damn. Only I can just find that online. So.
Yeah. Ultimately, like I don't. It's just like, who made this? Blumhouse.
I think it was Blumhouse. Well, Peacock obviously released it.
Yeah, that sounds like Blumhouse because they did that with the Halloween movies too.
I gotta go to Letterboxd to find out what company did it. Hold on.
Either way, like it's just the sign of just like just stop trying to make a franchise before you have a good movie.
Yeah.
Like this was gonna break the video game movie curse. Super Mario Brothers already kind of did that, even though it wasn't great. But
Blumhouse, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like,
yeah, no, it's just kind of unfortunate. Anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's. That one is gonna get like a 50.
yeah, it's a good mellow 50 for me. Like it's worse than Ahsoka. I'll give Ahsoka that one.
So yeah, we're about halfway through our list right now of stuff. So I think the first half of the year's movies were definitely a lot better than the second halves.
Yeah.
Personally.
I mean, yeah, you'll see from my top 10.
But funny part is the second part of that had Oppenheimer and Barbie. Though that was still the second half of the year, which is like, damn.
Two great movies. Yeah.
But still, the first half I think was a little better edge-wise. Moving on, we're gonna go to The Creator. So The Creator, I really wanted to see this movie because Gareth Edwards and Rogue One. Oh my God, he did such a great job with that movie.
Yeah.
And this looked like it had kind of the style, but it didn't have as much of a budget as Rogue One.
Yeah.
And he still made it work. It's like this movie looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like for like the budget, it was like what?
Well, they
85
shot
million,
it.
I think.
They shot it with a DSLR. You can get it for $4,000, which is
crazy.
I know it sounds like a lot. That's very cheap for a camera. A cinema camera? Are you kidding me?
Like what we use were like what, like $900,000 cameras?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So like it's $4,000 camera for a big blockbuster movie like this. Man, the story, on the other hand, it's the typical thing that's been going on that you talk about all the time. It's like, oh, grizzly old man has to help this young child get to wherever she's going.
I was gonna do a bit where I'm like, oh, my favorite part was when Joel saved Ellie from the cannibals. Oh wait, that was. But my other favorite part was when when he handed Grogu over to Luke Skywalker. Yep. Oh, so it's such a good movie. This is the same fucking movie.
It's the big thing right now.
It's always Pedro Pascal though.
Yeah, I know. Well, except for this one.
Yeah.
But John David Washington did a great job in this movie with what he was given.
He's good.
Gemma Chan played the
girlfriend wife lady.
Yeah, the girlfriend wife lady. And then the kid who played Alfie, she was really good too. Like overall, like
kid actor. Yeah, good enough.
Pretty good kid actor, I'd say. But yeah, the story is just it
was just rote. I just saw it. I'm just like, they're gonna go here, and then they're gonna go here.
Yeah. It's a very predictable story. The end, I don't think was as predictable because like they actually went up and blew up the space station.
Yeah, that was cool. I guess.
I saw him sacrificing himself. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. Like, oh no.
I do like the what are they called? Is it Guardian? The thing in the air.
I don't remember what it was called exactly, but
that thing was really cool. I don't know exactly what it did.
It was really cool. Yeah, it could have been right out of Star Wars.
Yeah, this looked really like the lights on the water and stuff. It looked really cool. But yeah, a lot, like I guess the cinematography and the design of the movie was
same
really
guy
good.
as Rogue One, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it did have very Rogue One feel.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just nothing new, and but the thing that
groundbreaking.
The thing that scares me though is that for years and decades, it was always like AI is bad.
And it still scares you. So yeah.
Yeah, AI scares the shit out of me. It's the scariest thing, like, because it's so close to reality, But for years, it was like AI is the worst thing ever to humanity. We shouldn't open that Pandora's box. It's bad. But now it's like, well, not all AI is bad. Like, don't do that, guys. It's a slippery slope.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like, I know these TikTok covers are fun, but come on, guys. Like, scary. I don't care if it enhances your art. It's bad.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a crazy thing, and it's a fickle thing at that.
Yeah.
So you don't know which way it could go. But yeah, the creator overall, it's a basic movie. There's not too much. There's depth, yes, for sure. But on my rewatch of it, I only got about halfway through because I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
And I already remember the second half, so like it's.
I saw it in theaters.
I think the one thing it has going for it is the cinematography and the way it was shot. It was very well done, well directed.
Yeah.
And
technical aspects I think are really good.
I think that's what it's got going for it.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's a solid like 79. Just below an 80.
I'm gonna go with 75. I thought it was a little too long. Because remember when I watched it.
Rogue One.
When I watched it, I told Mike, "Hey, I'll be over in like a half hour. This movie's about to wrap up." And then I'm like, it went on for another hour and a half. I'm like, what the fuck? It was, and then I wanted to get a burger because I was so hungry because the movie was so long. And then
Mike was just like, that one was like,
it's like, this guy told me to come here 2 hours ago. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Right. So, but yeah.
All right.
75.
All right. 2 more. We got. Which one do we want to talk about first?
I don't know which one is on.
Let's talk about the killer first.
Focus tool keeps the inner voice from wandering.
The killer. Okay.
So Fincher, great. So we know it's already going to be good writing and twists. So wasn't much of a twist in this movie though. That's the problem. Like, there wasn't a huge twist like there usually is.
No, it's just kind of very straightforward.
But the whole like first 20 minutes is just monologue, and it's just voiceover. I'm just like, this is a very interesting take for Fincher. I was like, I almost wanted to shut it off. I'm like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And then, it's. I'm trying to remember certain parts of it. There's like the motorcycle scene, which was all CGI apparently. Didn't know that because it looked so well done.
Motorcycle scene?
Yeah, where he's just driving through the streets of Paris.
Oh yeah.
Literally all CGI.
The thing I remember most about is like he has like his routine when he's setting up for the
doing a little yoga there.
Yeah, he's doing his whole thing. He's listening to the Smiths all the time.
Got to stay loose. Got to loosey goosey.
He ate so many pastries, insane amount. I mean, when you're in Paris, you gotta. And then I remember the apartment fight scene, and
that fight scene was really well done.
And then the how he killed, I guess, his handler or whatever. Remember that scene where he puts like a nail gun in his heart, but like he bleeds out, and he's like, "You gotta." There's like, if you want to like get to the phone, you got his hands are tied to the chair. He's like, like to what the fuck?
Jesus,
that's some torture right there.
Yeah. The very beginning of the movie as well, with him looking out the window and just trying to like find targets or whatever the hell it was. That was all like on location too. That wasn't like a soundstage or anything.
Oh.
There was a modeled soundstage they used for a few scenes, but that was all on location. I was like, it doesn't look like it, but it was, which is kind of cool.
Interesting. Yeah. I thought it was a very competent movie. You can't go wrong with Fincher because it's like, it's Fincher. And I think on a meta, I think it's more enjoyable when you look at it as like a meta sense where like this is how Fincher's brain kind of operates, where he's very technical, very precise, and he needs everything right.
Kind of like Gareth Edwards.
Yeah. And then, the whole irony of the movie is that like nothing goes to plan. Like something goes wrong every single chapter.
Yeah. He's not perfect, which is another great thing.
Yeah.
He's not perfect. Just like Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise. Perfect.
Yeah, because he learns it.
Yep.
Yeah. The only thing is that I think they just kind of missed screenwriting 101, where it's like, I didn't care about the guy. I'm like, why should I care about this? Yeah, because
they didn't really go into like that backstory, the very end of the movie stuff, like with his wife. They didn't really
Yeah,
into
you
anything
gotta
with
hit
that.
more on that. It's like
But there was no
genuinely-
stakes. There's no need to really introduce her, I guess.
Yeah, it was more just like, oh, I missed my shot. My life's in danger. And now when he gets home, his wife got beat up, but she's not dead. It's just kind of like these guys are, say, hey, we know where you live, and we're gonna beat you up if you don't do
Hey,
something.
kid. What are
Yeah.
you doing? Yeah.
So, and then really anticlimactic.
Yep. That was the other thing Cameron was saying. It's like very.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. And then, what's it called? I do like the Tilda Swinton thing.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be a bigger part of the movie. She was.
She's just But
Yeah.
how do I explain this? I saw what could have happened, and then he put a stop to it. You know what I mean? So like you ever get that you always get that scene where it's like, I'm marching you to my death, and then she she convinces the person with the gun like to get a little closer, stuff like that. And then I like that finally this guy's just smart enough to be like, fuck you, and kills her because she had what'd she have? She had something in her hand, and they don't even show a close up of it. They just like they show her getting shot, and then she has like this thing in her hand like that she was going to stab him with. And I'm like, don't have to explain it. And I was like, I got it. I'm glad Fincher trusts he trusts his audience.
He knows his audience.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was like the one part I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. But yeah, I'm not gonna watch it again.
I'm not either.
okay.
It's one of the Fincher movies I'm not gonna watch again for sure.
No Zodiac. That I could watch that every
Zodiac's
day.
great. It's also no Seven or no.
7 is great, but like once a year, that movie's so horrifying.
Yeah.
Even the dildo scene.
Yeah, this movie's gonna get probably just for probably about the same as Creator 79. I'm gonna put it in about the same boat as that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 75 then.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
copycat. All right, moving on to our final movie before our top 10. Godzilla -1.
Ooh.
Yeah, this movie I didn't even want to see it because I'm just like, I don't care about Godzilla that much. But then they got so much buzz around it. I'm just like, and then Joe's a big Godzilla guy, and then like a lot of people at work are like big Godzilla people. I'm just like, oh my god, you guys really you go and see it in theaters? And then all the stuff started coming out about like a $15 million budget. I'm just like,
Yep.
that's $15 million.
Yeah.
Shit.
It puts every Hollywood movie to shame.
It's crazy. Like, yeah, sure, some of it's like campy and doesn't look great, but like most of it is just like.
But like, yeah. So you have 15 million. Like, so this movie made $15 million. I think it was one of the more well-written movies.
And a great story.
It looked really good. The acting was really good. And then you look at something like Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is 250 million, more than 10 times that amount, and they made it look like ball sack. So where's the money going, guys? Where's the time going? It's not going into the product. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, so good on them for. Or is it Toho? Did they do that? Or no, not Toho, but that's an animation studio.
I don't know.
They but yeah, like they love and care in the movie, and they root it in an unlikely hero. He's a kamikaze pilot who's a coward.
Yep.
So he's got a flaw.
Yep. He has a flaw, and then he finds mini Godzilla on the island,
And he's like, I let all those guys die because I'm a pussy.
then he goes back home and finds, I guess, a wife. You want to say?
Yeah, whatever.
A wife who
It's kind of like, I'm
some
hungry.
girl
I'm
who
going to stay
stole
here.
a baby. Basically,
Yeah,
it's
right.
like all right, but then he grows to care for her, and then Godzilla comes to the city again,
Yep.
and it's just the way she dies was like,
Yeah.
holy shit,
Dude,
Like,
I was shitting my pants when when he like does like this like blue
The blue-
light or whatever.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen too many other. I mean, I haven't seen any Japanese Godzilla movies. I've only seen American ones. Is it the same where like as he's like glowing up, does his like spikes pop out?
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but like it was a good effect for this movie.
Yeah.
If it isn't,
I
don't
thought
know
that
the
was
answer.
so cool. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? He's like literally charging up,
Like,
and then
damn.
and the sound effect. I know they're just using the old one, they're just enhancing it and stuff, but it sounded so, I guess, like crisp.
Jinx,
they
like,
do.
so-
It, It just like spine tingling the way they did it.
like-
It was just because I saw it in
That
theaters.
sinking feeling. It's like,
Yeah, I'm
ooh,
just like-
that's the good sound.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would change, and I think everybody would change this, is don't bring the wife back at the end. That was stupid and
I mean,
unbelievable.
Sure, it was good that it's like, oh my God, you're alive, and he gets to see her, which is
Yeah.
great and all, but like, I think, yeah, you're right. It would have been better if she was just, just dead.
Yeah. This is the way that, because everybody else gets fucking wiped out. It's literally a nuke. Like, I was surprised he survived. Like,
Honestly.
because he was hiding behind a building.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Loved the scientist guy. Loved him, and then just their whole like band of brothers or whatever. They're and, like it added like a new aspect to like post World War II. Like, oh yeah, like they do have to go clean up the waters with those mines. That's
You didn't
that's
think
a job.
about it. It's a job.
Yeah,
Yep. That's a job.
just really, I'll take it.
yeah.
But yeah, very well done. You just don't get movies like this anymore,
Especially for $15 million.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
Like, yeah, sure, some lower budget movies are like that, but like, this didn't look low budget.
yeah, no.
My God. It had a big feel to it, big stakes. Oh, well done. Well
And
done.
Also, the way they tried to defeat Godzilla, I thought was interesting because it's like it's not just like blow him up. It's like, well, it is blow him up at the end, but
Big blowy epi. Yeah.
but it's like we're gonna like use science to mess with his cells and give him the bends, basically.
Yep.
We're gonna
That was
drag
a
him
really
down.
weird. It was gonna sink him,
Like,
and then whew,
yeah,
it's like, okay, I guess that could work.
yeah. I mean, it would definitely kill us, but
Yeah, we wouldn't even get like a quarter of the way down if we did. So
yeah. So yeah, very good movie.
yeah, this is a solid 88 for me. I think
Yep,
really well done. Just
I'm agree with you. 88.
how original are you not going to be today?
What?
What? Am I just picking the right numbers?
My top 10 will probably be very different from yours. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
we both go in full circle. We're just like we had the same list. We're like, I
That
want to
would
be
be-
different this year.
Crazy. I already told Cameron my list because Cameron was originally supposed to be on this podcast with us, but time just got away from him. So,
Scheduling and yeah, it's
yeah.
a bitch.
all right, it's time to get in the top 10.
All right, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna pull out my thing.
He's got to pull it out.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So, do you want to start with your number 10 pick?
Yes, I do
All right.
because it'll be easy.
Okay. Because it's one of the ones we already talked about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Godzilla -1.
Okay.
I can't. I mean, I think I gave it 4 stars and I hearted it because that means I like it. Yeah, we don't get movies like it. And I'm just glad that I saw something that I am actually happy that came from somewhere else that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So
All right. Fair point. My number 10. So I'm going to say 2 for my number 10 because I don't know which one to pick just because I saw one of them today. So, number 10 is
We build a shoe line around just him.
my original pick was Air. That was my number 10 movie
Okay.
of the year. Really well done movie. I love Jason Bateman. Love like everything he's in.
yeah,
But yeah, no, Matt Damon. This is also really well. Ben Affleck knows what he's doing when he directs most of the time,
Yep.
and is a good, really well written story. And I think it's got a shot at best screenplay this year.
really okay.
I think it's got a shot. I don't think it'll get nominated, but I think it's got.
I mean,
shot.
looking at the other movies, because like, not a lot of. Well, there's actually, I think it might just barely get booted out.
I think so too.
So I'm thinking.
And my other number 10,
Your job is to wrestle. Live up to that deal, or we are through.
The Iron Claw.
Oh yeah, are we doing honorable mentions or?
If you want to, you can, but like that'll be my honorable mention, I guess, for now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Iron Claw. I haven't seen it yet, so
the
I
Iron Claw-
can't put that on yet.
Brotherly love at its best, and everyone does such a great job acting. Well directed.
Yeah. Jeremy Allen White's in it too.
Oh
right?
my God, he's so good. Him and Zach Efron's best dramatic role for
Right.
sure, by far. My goodness. And Lily James, forget it. She's great.
Okay.
I love
Awesome.
I love Lily James.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
All right, and
Glad
what
she's around.
do you have any other honorable mentions?
I just got a couple.
All right.
Ones that we haven't mentioned. Barbie.
It did make your top 10.
No, it didn't. It's like probably 12.
Okay.
You know, Barbie. You know, because it's part of Barbenheimer. It's a revolutionary movie. Other than the fact that it's a little heavy-handed when it comes to its messaging.
Yeah.
I thought there was a pretty, ironically, there's a pretty interesting underlying, like, subtle commentary regarding men in the world, and how, like, or maybe just people in general, but, like, you know how Ken's story is all about, like, I have nothing, then he takes over the world in the patriarchy and stuff, and blah blah blah. But then he comes back to the center and he realizes, hey, like, you know, I have self-worth, and I think that's a good message. Not it's subtle. It's not like it's hammered home as the other message, which I think is done a little more less tactfully. But I like the other one better.
Yeah.
And then also Still, a Michael J. Fox movie.
Oh,
It's
I
a
wanted to watch that
documentary.
one. I still haven't gotten to it. Yeah.
I think I mentioned it at the top 5 in the middle of the year.
I think so.
Very just, you know, I understand a whole new aspect of Michael J. Fox that I didn't know before, and it's also not just, you know, he's not just the Parkinson's guy, you know. He's like Michael J. Fox, and that's just like a little aspect he has to deal with towards the end. It's not exactly letting, you know, one, it's not getting him down. Obviously, I hope that would never happen. But you know, it's looking back at his career, looking back at you know, how he felt during those times, and obviously the onset of the Parkinson's and what he's doing now, and setting up a good message for just all sick people. You know, don't let it get you. It's a very heartwarming documentary, and it's quick. You know, hour and a half, I think.
Yeah. Do you have any others?
No hard feelings.
All right. I have 3 other honorable mentions before we go to number 9. So I have No Hard Feelings as well as one of them.
Yep.
Shit, where is it? Socks.
Socks.
Saw X was really good.
actually
and it surprised me, right? And The Holdovers.
I haven't seen that one.
It's good. It's really heartwarming Christmas time movie. It's well done. Paul Giamatti should get a nod, but I don't think he will.
Okay. Alexander Payne kind of burned me when I saw Downsizing.
I think you
awful.
should give it a shot. I mean, I think you should give it a shot. It's good.
All right.
Cool. Number 9, Danny.
I'm in a toss-up at the moment.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna put Past Lives. There. Cameron recommended it. It's a movie about
It's a romance, right?
romance movie. This girl from Korea has a kind of a schoolgirl crush on another guy. She leaves to go to America, you know, has a whole other life, and then 12 years later, she reconnects with him on Facebook, and they hit it off. But then they realize that they're not at the exact right points in their life to meet each other. Like she's writing books, and she's got like this scholarship or whatever. He's in school. He can't make the money to go out to see her, blah, blah, blah. So they don't end up doing anything. And then another 12 years goes by, and then she's married. He's got a girlfriend, but not really committed. And then he finally can make it out. And it's just kind of like reconciling all of those feelings. And I love that, like...
So it's like How I Met Your Mother with Ted and Robin.
Yeah, it's a lot like that, only, you know, the spouse is still in the picture.
Yeah.
And I like that they make that guy, it's not just he's the husband. It's not just that. He's probably the most, I mean, obviously, I'm a white guy, you know, you know what I mean? You know, it's like I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
So I can very much put myself in that guy's shoes. And he's obviously the most relatable character for me.
My number 9's easy. Godzilla Minus One.
Yeah.
All right.
Godzilla Minus One.
Right.
Number 8. Yeah, I'm gonna put Scream 6 here.
Ooh.
It would be higher, but considering everything that's happening,
in the last few month. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, what a way to go out though.
What a fall from grace.
It's the highest grossing in the entire franchise, and then it falls apart. Again, fuck politics.
Loses the first 2 main actresses and
Yeah.
then the director. Yeah.
I saw Jenna Ortega coming, but Melissa Barrera, like, dude, they fucked up. And then now the director's gone. They screwed Nev Campbell out of the last one, so it's not Scream 6. I don't want it to happen or Scream 7. I don't want it to happen now.
I don't think it'll happen for another
just
year at this point. But
make a reboot or do something in the same vein, or I like Ghostface. You can still use that concept.
Yeah.
But Scream 6, very very good. Back
New
to
York
basics.
City.
New York City. You have 3 killers this time. Spoiler alert. And it is, in some ways it's a lot like Scream 2, and they didn't exactly, it's just kind of following the steps of what came before. But they just do it very well. Like, I love all the characters here. I was really rooting for what's her name? What's it? Chad and What's Jenna Ortega's?
I don't remember her name.
Yeah, but I really like them.
But
I didn't
he should be dead. He should be dead.
He should be dead. Like no person can survive fucking 12 stabs
Dude, he got
to the
stabbed
abdomen
so many times.
Yeah, no, he's fucking dead. The opening, revolutionary opening for this franchise.
That was such a good opening.
Yeah, you're because I'm thinking, are they gonna do this from the killer's perspective? Like that'd be so cool. They don't, of course, but that's just it's really cool to have 2 competing teams of Ghostface. You're like, fuck you, I'm better. And I like that little aspect, and so it's really cool.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
My number 8, Beau is Afraid.
I am so sorry.
So I did not like it after the first time I saw this movie. Not that I didn't like it. I was like, all right, this is kind of in the same vein as Midsommar. Mm-hmm. Then I watched it again, and I'm just like, I'm thinking about it more as I watch it. I'm just like, shit, this is actually pretty good. The spider scene is just so well done.
Yeah.
Great symbolism. Just it's planted in the idea in your mind very early on, and then it just comes back around a little bit later. And God, Ari Aster must hate his mother.
Yeah, no, he's
I
got
swear
mommy
to
issues,
God,
dude. It's just
every movie.
Yeah,
every movie.
He's got something going on.
Apparently, he's had this Beau is Afraid idea since before Hereditary. So this has been a 10-year.
He did a short film, sort of about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing about this movie is I wrote this review right when I first saw it, and I stand by it. I don't even know what I watched. Because I genuinely don't know what I watched.
Yeah.
The paint bucket scene,
dude,
that
was that was great. Dude,
he's like, oh my God, what are you
Amy
doing?
Ryan killed it. Oh my God.
Nathan Lane.
Yeah. He's like, he's like a Midwestern dad. He was a good little guy.
It's just such a nightmare world that he can just make. It's just
amazing.
It'll be relatively normal, and then something so outlandish and crazy, but just barely in the realm of possibility.
I mean, his dad's a real dick. So.
I hope that's the number 1 review on Letterboxd, because I definitely like that one. But yeah, no, and the whole trial at the end.
I had a sinking feeling the first time watching that his mom wasn't dead. I had a sneaking suspicion. I was like,
he's going through all this because of nothing.
Oh my God. And then the very end where it's just he's on trial in the middle of this oh my God, it was just anxiety inducing. He's and then the musical in the middle is all right, number 7.
John Wick.
I'm going to need a gun.
Chapter 4.
John Wick Chapter 4. That is also a honorable mention for me. That did not make my top 10.
I just love the John Wick movies.
I
really have nothing to it. It's just I want them to, if this is the last one, I think it's
category.
Yeah.
Stunt category.
Yep. Or some sort of honorary award for it. That'd be because they deserve it. I mean, because that's what these movies were built on.
That and cinematography, honestly.
Yeah, dude. And all the neon colors, they really made it so interesting. And I like that they tied up the story with, Donnie Yen always playing a blind assassin guy.
Although I watched a third of the movie Saltburn today.
I hear that movie's insane. Is it insane? It's got the guy from Euphoria.
Yeah, it's Jacob Elordi and Barry Keoghan. But it's interesting. But I think that one's got a good shot at cinematography as well. It's beautiful.
It seemed like one of those kind of
it's a weird
movies.
Fucking movie. Just don't watch it.
Yeah. It's probably not my 10, I think.
No, it's not. I'll tell you right now.
John Wick.
John Wick. If you have anything else.
I mean, It's just another one, but I just really like it.
Yeah.
I really, that was probably like my guilty pleasure one where I was just like, I gotta include
Until
it.
the last scene.
What's the last?
It just
scene?
doesn't look good.
I went back. I still don't see what you guys are talking about with the green screen. You're talking about the Horizon?
Yes.
thing? I don't see it. I think it looks fine.
It looks like it just looks flat.
Dude, I saw it in 4K.
It looked
Maybe
flat
they
to me.
fixed it in the Blu-ray because I genuinely don't remember seeing it.
I'll have to watch it. I haven't watched it since the theaters either. So, all right. My number 7. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
So you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plays the lute.
not relevant.
Okay, I'm gonna have to debate you on this one.
It's just such a fun movie. You already know my number 1, and I like fun movies. So like,
Yeah, you do.
it's a fun movie. Just so well done, and I really hope they get a sequel, but I know they won't because it didn't make the money.
Didn't do well, yeah.
I mean, Hugh Grant was hilarious. Chris Pine was great. Michelle Rodriguez was good. Just the whole cast seems like they had a fun time making it, and
Yeah, like when that
making
bleeds
it
over.
D&D. So I mean, it's just well done.
I like one of the things that I can say that I liked about it because it just felt to me like just I know what this movie is. Hugh Grant's obviously the bad guy.
Yeah.
the witch. Were they even trying to sell us on the witch being like on their team? Like
I don't know.
I didn't get. I'm like, dude,
I don't
she's
think
so
that-
evil.
I think it was obvious. It was supposed to be obvious like that.
Yeah.
Well, that and I also like John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein.
Right.
Game Night. So
I really like them. They got to keep kind of chugging along. They'll find something that'll be a huge hit one day. Yeah, but I did like a lot of the jokes. Those were really good. I wish they didn't give away that the probably the best one where it's like you can ask him 5 questions. And I forgot how exactly, but like they ask him a bunch of bullshit questions. He goes
so
to sleep.
funny.
He's like, "Fuck," and then they do it over and over and over again.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. But okay, so what are we on 6?
6.
My 6 is ironically
The sound of snow falling.
The Hunger Games: The Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes.
I have heard that this movie is actually really good, but I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet.
I got a Russian version on Plex. That's how I watched it.
A Russian version?
Well, it's a Russian guy. It's filmed in the theater with it's got. I'm gonna repeat.
So, AKA, I'm not going to watch it.
No, it's high quality. It's just the audio is like a little muffled because they recorded it in the theater but there's no audience sound or anything. And then at this random part, there's like this Russian like infomercial happening. It was like, but it's nobody's talking or anything. It's probably just like download my videos over here.
No, thank you.
Whatever, fuck you. It's a good movie though. It's like dark. It's really dark.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It's not like this kiddie YA novel that you're like, oh, Katniss is gonna come out on top in the end, and it's so nuanced. Like you have like it's going through like this war. Like the whole movie starts with like they have the Hunger Games, but it's purely like for like necessity. It's not advertised, not shown to anybody. It's just they put them in a room, they all battle them out, and then they call it a day. But this movie's all about the origin of like making it a show, making it like a big thing that everybody rallies around in the Capitol, and it's a whole a Coliseum type thing.
Yeah.
But then you realize like there's certain aspects where like they just got out of this war, and then the people who are in charge with their tributes, which I guess is more or less the Haymitch role. That's what Snow finds himself being, kind of prepping Lucy Baird, whatever her name is, Rachel Zegler. She's one of the warriors. Prepping her and stuff, and they're both in bad positions. You know what I mean? She's obviously in a cage with a bunch of other people, and like they're starving, and they're not getting proper medical care, and they're being gawked at by the people in the Capitol. It's not. There's no dignity to it like the other ones, And then even Snow is like, he hasn't had a good meal in so long because of the war. They're low on rations and stuff, and it's like. There's like complex kind of political stuff going on between Viola Davis and Snow and his best friend, who's also one of the.
It's Andor.
If Andor, I mean, if it was Andor was like the origin story of the villain, you know what I mean? If it was like it's more along the lines, ironically, of like what Darth Plagueis probably is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting. It's also very much split up into 3 parts. They almost could make a whole trilogy of it. I think it would be a little bogged down because it's a lot of talking, but they have a lot of material there, and it's very surprisingly good. I just wasn't expecting it.
Okay. Yeah, my number 6 is Across the Spider-Verse.
You can't run forever, kid.
Wow, 6.
6.
Okay.
It's fantastic. It's Across the Spider-Verse. Not as good as the first one, so that's why it's not as high. But I don't know. I gotta go back and watch this one again.
I have it on 4K.
Okay. Yeah, no, it still has just as much heart as the first one. It's just not there. Just not as good. It'll probably win animated movie though, because
Interesting.
Yeah.
Everyone was raving about this movie when it first came out. Everyone's like, "This is the best animated Spider-Man movie I've ever seen in my life." Probably like legitimate Oscar winner.
I mean, yeah,
instead of just animated.
It'll win animated.
Well, I mean, like they're talking Best Picture. Like they were talking Best Picture in July. So I'm actually surprised it dropped that low for you.
Yeah.
I got a bit of a surprise for you later.
There's some better movies up there. I think.
Okay. My number 5 is Killers of the Flower Moon.
Speaking of Best Picture winners,
Yeah, probably. It's definitely in the running.
Lily Gladstone, she's better win supporting actress, or I swear.
Yeah, she did.
Because she went through the fucking ringer in this movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Jesse Plemons was not in it as much as anyone thought he was going to be.
I really like
He was the main part of the book. I'm pretty
really
sure.
like Jesse Plemons.
He didn't that much though.
I know. Well, he was supposed to be the main character.
And they changed.
And then I think somebody asked Scorsese, like, "Hey, where's like the heart of the movie? You're kind of following this like detective. He's he's kind of a blank slate." He's like, "Oh, you're right. I'm going to focus on the Osage now," and then completely changes the story.
And
Makes it a lot better.
For the better, for sure.
The things I would definitely change about it are obviously a lot of people aren't really talking about it, and you guys disagree with me, I know. But the whole Scorsese showing up at the end of it,
Yeah.
I just thought that was bad. I don't.
Well, no, it is a book. So, like, he's literally just, like, reading parts of the end of the book, I'm pretty sure. So, like, it's just kind of showing how far they've come, I guess, in a way that they are
I mean, I like that at the very least it wasn't just like
it was a cool, like, radio
text on
show
screen
type
again.
thing going. It was a cool radio show.
I like that part.
Yeah, it was.
But him physically going up there and being like, "I'm so sorry that this happened to the Osage people," and I'm just like,
that
you're making
get
it
what
about
you're
you,
saying.
buddy.
I get what you're saying. I do.
Like Ron said, like it's something like he's taking responsibility for being part of an industry that blacklists a lot of minorities that way.
Yeah.
Which I guess it just felt so antithetical to the rest of the movie for me. And
Big words.
it just didn't need to be there for me. That's all I'm saying. Okay, what's your
Number 5?
Yeah, that was my 5. So it's your 5.
Barbie.
Barbie. Okay.
Barbie was fun. I mean, you know me. It was fun. Production design very well done. And I mean, it came out the same week as Oppenheimer, so Barbenheimer was a huge thing. I saw them both the same day. That was the second movie I saw, I believe. Yeah, that was the second one I saw. So I was already pretty toasty for that. Probably the only way to watch it, but like I still followed along with it. Like Margot Robbie was great. She's a great pick for Barbie. Ryan Gosling
Nailed it.
fucking nailed it. And ironically, he probably will win Best Supporting Actor.
It's just funny.
It's so funny.
It's like
but
not even about him.
I think Greta Gerwig has a good shot at winning Best Director for this movie.
Yep.
Production design, actress probably will be up there too. Like this movie's gonna get the nominations. I just don't know how much it's actually gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's good until the very end, I'd say.
Yep.
And you know what part I'm talking
Yep.
about. Yeah, that awkward monologue.
Yeah, just smooth it out a little bit, you know?
Like I get it. It's important, but like it's nothing that's revolutionary.
Yeah, like what Jade was saying in the
Yeah.
you know, I was just like,
Yeah.
we'd know this.
Yeah, it's could have been done a little different.
Yeah, right.
And yeah. All right. Number 4.
My number 4 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Same, so we can
Part
both talk
1.
about
Oh,
this.
sweet!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually surprised it's even on your list.
Yep.
'Cause
Nope.
You don't like Tom
It
Cruise.
made number 4. Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right.
I love Tom Cruise. I love Tom Cruise movies. I love Mission Impossible movies.
Okay.
This was one of the best ones. Christopher McQuarrie and Tom Cruise are the best pairing I've ever seen. It's just
I
like
will agree with
it's a
that.
Leo and Scorsese thing, man. They just get together and they make good shit.
Yep. And with AI involved, which you're just like, I'm
Yes.
terrified.
And like, I just wish there was an Ethan Hunt in the world to save us from this evil devil of AI.
I just think it was too long, though.
It was a bit
40
long.
or something like that. I was like,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous, but
Yeah.
okay.
I watched, but like, when you go back and look at it, there's scenes that like would normally feel so grating and so long.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's all like exposition stuff and scenes, but then you have like the way they edit it and the way that they incorporate the information. It's still an exposition dump, but you're hooked. You're still like engaged.
fun.
You're like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, it's the writing.
Yeah, man, they know how to do that, and obviously this goes without saying the stunts are amazing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen the big stunt, him going on a motorcycle up off the mountain. Everyone's seen that
Mm-hmm.
this year. So, I mean, like,
That's not even my favorite stunt from that movie because that one's more like it could be done by a stunt double.
shit, was that not this movie?
What? The jumping off the canyon?
yeah.
No, that was that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, wait, was that not this movie?
No,
All right, yeah.
no, but like in the last one you have like when he goes skydiving,
Yeah.
you have a cameraman right up there on his face, jumping with him. And this motorcycle one, you can't exactly get
They're
the
just kinda
camera
flying
with him.
like a drone, I think.
He's like, it's very wide, so you can't really tell it's actually Tom Cruise.
No.
It still had a visceral effect because they obviously did it for real. But ironically, I think the one when the car flips in Paris,
Yeah,
when they
that
go down the
was good.
steps, that was like what?
The coordination with that was really, and again, this could also be sent for a stunt category.
That yeah.
This movie,
They got good stunts.
they'd win every fucking time. So this is a Mission Impossible movie, but like,
Yeah, one big criticism, obviously, get rid of or why would you do Ilsa that way? Because she's you didn't see the other two movies that she was in, but like she was a very big
no, I did.
part.
I
You have not?
watched. I
Yeah.
didn't watch the 2015 one, but I watched the one with
Rogue
Henry
Nation?
Cavill. I watched the one with Henry
Yeah,
Cavill.
Fallout. She's a very integral part for both of them, and you see like this relationship between her and Ethan grow, and then it's just kind of like she's dead. Okay.
Yeah, they did her dirty.
The rest of it I loved. I think it's almost perfect.
All right, number 3.
For me, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's for me. It's definitely my goodbye to the Marvel Universe because like we wrapped up all the things I cared
come
about.
out in 2020 anyway, so it
Yeah.
should have been the end. But
Yeah.
yeah,
You really can't say anything bad about it. It's such a tight story. It's ironic because it's a parallel story, and Rocket doesn't really do much in the movie other than just kind of recount his backstory until the very end. But like,
but it makes you care for a CGI raccoon.
dude, the way, yeah, it's a genuinely good movie, heartwarming, and it wraps up all the stuff that we've been seeing for the first two movies, and like I guess the other movies that they're involved in. And it kind of reconciled a little bit with what happened in Infinity War, obviously with Gamora, added a little interesting dynamic to Quill and Gamora's relationship. And, I really like Nebula in this one.
Yeah.
She's really funny. And then obviously the F-bomb is pure gold.
Open the fucking door. So
What now?
yeah. So and then the villain. Oh my god, irredeemable villain. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, dude, why don't we get that? I want villains that we just
And he
don't
didn't
have to
get
describe.
killed off.
He didn't?
No.
Oh, I forgot.
There's a behind the scenes an extended scene that isn't finished that has them putting him in jail at nowhere. So he's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I'd like to see him come back. He was really good. I liked his performance.
Yeah, Chikudi Uji. Oh my god, he's so good. He was great in Peacemaker too. So I mean,
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh my god, you gotta watch Peacemaker. Anyway, my number 3, Oppie.
Oppie.
Yeah, Kelly Murphy gonna win the Oscar.
Yep.
That's it. No, just kidding. But yeah, no, the movie is. It's written well enough. I don't know. There's points at it. I'm just like, all right, but the editing, the black and white, and the the color stuff, really well done. What's the actual thing I want to talk about? Crap.
The bomb.
Well, no, not the bomb. Just the auditorium scene.
Oh, dude.
My God.
I felt sick to my stomach for him saying that. Like,
and then just his conversation with Einstein at the end too. Just like,
yeah, dude,
what have
I was
you
so
done?
anxious
Yeah,
walking
it's like,
out of the theater. Yeah, that's how you know a movie works, because it affects you and it's good. Yeah, Iron Claw. Oh, okay. I gotta see that.
But yeah, no, this movie is just, man.
So
It's not his best movie. I don't think it's Christopher Nolan's best movie. But
I'm trying to think of no, all right, so a lot of people don't like Prestige. I think that's my favorite.
I love
from
Prestige.
him. Yeah, that's kind of a really tight movie for me, and I really like it.
I like Inception a lot and Interstellar. Interstellar has come a long way for me,
I'll have to watch that one again. I don't remember liking it
bro.
at all.
Bro, I fucking cried in that movie like twice. It's crazy.
Like when he's like talking, or we've seen the video of his son and his daughter.
I mean, there's that, and then there's there's another part too. I forget the part it was, but like, yeah, I was like, damn. I watched that, I think, after Oppie too, like, because I wanted to watch Christopher Nolan movies again.
You know what I watched after Oppenheimer?
What?
Godzilla -1. It's a good pairing. Because, like, you know, the Godzilla is based off of the atomic bomb. So, you know.
Okay. He created Godzilla. Okay.
This is your 3?
This is 3. Yeah, we're on 2 now.
This is my 2.
Yep, you're on your 2.
It's 2.
Yep, you're on your 2.
Oppenheimer's my 2. That's me.
Hey.
Yeah,
Anything else you want to add to it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I was thoroughly engaged for 3 hours. Elizabeth, what's her name? Oh my God.
Elizabeth.
John Krasinski's wife. Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
How did I forget her name? Best scene in the whole movie. I don't like your phrase. Like, fucking, she can finally shine out of this 3-hour movie.
Yeah, this is more of an ensemble movie, I think,
Yeah.
than just like a typical cast.
I love the whole like dynamic between all the scientists, though, especially Teller, which is Benny Safdie, versus you know, he wants to make a hydrogen bomb and he's working for the Russians, but they're allies at the time. But and then you know, there's all this talk with, is Oppenheimer a Russian spy? He wasn't. It was this other guy that he didn't know about.
Yeah, you like the whole political aspect of it. I get it.
Who's playing who? It's so cool,
yeah.
and that's why Robert Downey Jr. comes into play. And you know, I love that like they include
They're a supporting actor for you.
Yeah, right. But I like how his whole story is just like he doesn't. He's really not a part of anything that matters in the movie. No. But it just, I love that it explains the egos on all these politicians. Where it's just like, you know, like he said this about me, and then he thinks that he said that about him, and he embarrassed him that one time in front of a hearing. So, what does he do? He destroys Oppenheimer's entire career and credibility. Like that, the ego on this guy.
Yep.
Like, and it's just stupid and crazy. Like that's how that happened, you know. But yeah, no. Otherwise, I think the 3 hours went by pretty fast for me. I watched it again, and you know, it's just a lot of great acting. Obviously, the build up to the bomb was great. You know, because it's like it's a very much. I think it's more towards the midpoint too. It's like there's a whole other half of the movie after it blows up.
I don't think it's like the exact midpoint, but yeah, it's like the midpoint, I guess.
It's just so cool, you know. It's like
they did a great job with it.
They have an actual real time delay with how long the bomb would have taken for people who were actually there to hear it, which I thought was, you know, just another detail. And then Josh Peck he didn't push the button, as people on TikTok corrected us on. He was there to stop it if something went bad.
I still like it. He pushed the button.
Yeah, he
I still like that. That's my head.
That's a head canon.
My number 2, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay.
This movie is just, it's gonna win all the awards this year.
Yeah, probably.
I I don't think Leo will win Best Actor. I think that will go to Cillian. But this movie's going to win Best Picture. It has to. Like, the way this is done, the way this whole movie is just thought out, how important it is culturally and all that stuff. It's got everything you want for a Best Picture nominee and possibly winner.
I'm trying to think. Has Scorsese ever won Best Picture?
I think he has. Wolf of Wall Street. Did that one?
I don't know.
I know he was nominated.
I know that he won. He finally won Best Director for The Departed.
Departed.
But I'm not sure if that was Best Picture or not.
Well, this would be a good one to win it on. Yeah, I think it's just got so much going for it, and cinematography probably too. It'll be up there. Yeah, no, it's a great movie.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Number one.
My number one, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I was looking back at it. I watched it again. I watched it again twice after it came out in theaters. So there was one at the Cabin Trip and then another one just a few months ago. And I looked back and I was like, yeah, this really is a 5-star movie for me. This is the only 5-star this year. Animation, obviously nails it. What they did with Gwen's arc with her dad, amazing. Because the whole first half hour is just her. Yeah. And then we get Miles's whole story, which is even better than the first. I think it definitely builds on top of what came before.
I mean, it did, but I still don't think it's as good as the first one.
I think because it's a part one, it's very much a part one. Mm-hmm. I think that's the only reason that's really holding it back from being amazing to a lot of other people. Amazing. I think it's so good. You got this villain who is understandable, where he could very much be his own like protagonist. He's sort of like just a secondary protagonist with Miguel, because it's like he's making logical sense and he's doing things for good reasons. It's not like he is the villain.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like a villain with a sad backstory or anything like that. He genuinely, like, a lot of people would make that choice. And then you have Miles, who's just taking a different stance, and we'll see who's going to win. Obviously, I think it's going to be Miles, but like, I do wish that they would take the more mature route and be like, yeah, Miguel was right. And I think it's a more mature way to do that. But the fact that there's like a philosophical debate in a fucking kids movie about spider people, you know what I mean? It's a 5-star movie. Same
thing with a CGI raccoon.
Yeah, you make it care about
number one.
Yeah.
So
that's your number one. Yeah,
my number one, of course. Yeah. No, just seriously, like this crew, I didn't even know, and James Gunn wrote Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. But like, literally, if you think about it, that is Guardians of the Galaxy. They are the Scooby-Doo gang, and it's so well done. And it's like, oh my god, this is. I've been with him for this fucking long, and it's like,
yeah,
shit. I really am a James Gunn guy. Like, I just love everything he writes, and man,
yeah,
just it's a great send off for them. The heart in that movie, you can see it. You can see the love put into this movie. This is where it was always building to. And man.
I'm glad that, like, that's where my MCU ends.
Yes.
I didn't use it.
Now there's all the Kang drama. The Kang's he's gone.
I feel so bad for that. I was kind of hoping he wasn't like involved or anything. Because I was kind of being like, we don't know the facts. And I guess something happened.
I mean, everybody wants John Boyega to replace him. It's like, maybe
just
not.
Let it go. Just do
just
Dr.
put him
Doom
behind a CGI mask, and you can still do like voiceover. Get somebody who sounds like John
just do the Mando thing
and just like figure out what you're gonna do, because Doom is obviously the way to go now. So I am already tired about talking about this. Holy fuck.
Yep.
Oh my god, I lost my steam at like number 5. I'm just like, yep.
It was a movie I liked. Yep. Oh my god.
Yep. I put all my effort into 10 through 6. I'm like, all right, that's it. There we go. But yeah, we're Seen It Before. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok with the handle @SeenItBeforecast. That's SCENE it Beforecast. And on Twitter/X with the handle SIB_pod. I'm Dan.
I'm Danny.
Surprised I remember that.
I love how he said X now.
Hey, I put it
Twitter or X or
X.
whatever. I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram at Danny_Was. My letterbox is serialized at DJ Was, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was.
I love how this is just ingrained in our memories now. You know how long it's been since we recorded something like this. Yeah. It's just automatic at this point.
Remember I used to have I had to have a script.
You had so much trouble.
Welcome back to Seen It Before, where we are.
Yeah. We're going to try and do something new in the new year for season 7. So stay tuned for what that's going to look like. But until then, we'll see you next time.